Hello there everybody, this is CwapTheNintendin here, and I need to get more of recording these in advance. Anyway, last time, we did things. I can't believe I'm forgetting everything that I say here. I think this is the worst thing of my life. This is the worst recap. Mario and gang teamed up with Link and Yoshi and gang and Kirby and gang, or maybe just Kirby. So now we're going to go into the cave, where Bowser apparently got away with the peach. With the peaches and the beaches. So I feel like I felt bad about leaving Pit in the dust. So you know what? I'm gonna let Pit take some spotlight for a change here, and I'll just leave Mario out this time around. Yeah, I'll just leave Mario out this time in the level of the cave because, well, stuff. Besides, I don't get to play enough Pit and Brawl, so you know what? Might as well. Anyway, since Bowser's in the area, obviously we're going to be dealing with his usual band of, cronies, such as the Goombas, the Koopa Troops, and all manner of other Koopa Troopas as well, including Hammer Bros, which are thankfully not as annoying as they are in this game. And hey, I thought that bomb, didn't blow up. Apparently it was a different bomb entirely. Huh. Can't these Hammer Bros just get out of here? Thank you very much. And let's kill this guy. Yeah, Power Trooper dead. And why didn't I just use my shield? I have a shield spam, of course, which is why I didn't even use it. Alright, so pro tip in this level. Just whenever you see a Koopa Troopa with the shell thingy, just go ahead and pick up the shell. You can use it as a good item for racking up the damage. Especially on Mook rushes, because they're good. They're good for that sort of thing, and I dropped it. Actually. Yeah, just like in the games themselves, Koopa Troopas will actually come out of their shells, when enough time has passed, and I'm dead. Yeah, if I didn't get that bonus in time, I'll probably have died anyway, so it was like, what was the point? What was the point of that? Let me tell you what the point was. Absolutely nothing. And did I really just, go back to the area? Okay, thank God I didn't. I thought for a second there I was like, oh my god, I went back? This game is lame. And I was like, nope. Nope, the game had to prove me wrong, of course. The game proved me wrong. We got another one of these sections where we have to jump over things. Cool. I pretty much like to divide this game by sections, like beat up the enemy section, platforming section, do anything section, and getting my ass kicked by section. Yeah, there's gonna be one of those sections where it's like, oh, I'm gonna get my ass kicked, and I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I'm stupid at the game. Maybe it's because I'm used to Smash 4. Therefore, making that argument like all the Smash Brothers games are the same, completely pointless, or all games in a franchise are the same, completely pointless. Pretty much like my argument with Call of Duty or something. I'm just rambling on to this point. I don't think it's going to be a good thing. And by the way, pro tip was with that little bit of a that little part where I had to press a switch in order to turn off the poison gas, because apparently there's poison gas now. You have to make sure you hit that switch because that will deactivate the poison gas. Yep. That's pretty much all there is to it about that new gimmick, I guess. But, whatever. It was only there for this level. Ow. Well, I knew I was deaded as Yoshi. So why not do the same thing as Kirby? Because I'll tell you why. Because this guy is out of here. And I get a super mushroom, so therefore this level should be going by really easier now. Yep. Simple as that. And hey, come on, platform, okay. Or Power Trooper, stop. Stop beating me up. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, whoa, bullet bills. Whoa, okay, bullet bills. Bullet bills are a thing now in this level. And also these buckles. Yeah, I still can't pronounce the name. That's really weird. Anyway, press the switch, deactivate the poison gas, and press this switch right here, deactivate again, and then Deactivate the switch. Only inside the gas this time. Woo! They're really pushing the edge in this game, or in this adventure mode, I'm telling you what. I tell you what. They really are, actually. Actually, they aren't, but at the same time, they are. I guess I'll just agree with Mr. Sakurai, then, about this fact. Anyway, we got a Ferris wheel, so why don't we just go ahead and take on these pizza box-esque platforms? I don't know, that's what they look like to me. They look like pizza... They look like pizza box things. It's really weird. Anyway, we had the end of the level right there, but, of course, we got a little bit of a bonus. We need to do this thing, and that thing, and this thing, in order to get this thing. A trophy. Hooray! Because trophies totally are worth something in Subspace. Only worth for a collection. And that's about it. Anyway, I'm gonna beat this guy the old-fashioned way. By hammer! Yep. Just by good old-fashioned hammer. No need for any sort of jumping fanciness. You know, Mario would care at this point, but that ain't Peach. That is not Peach. And Bowser just officially committed suicide. Except not really. Because that is the only time the Koopa Clown car is ever going to appear when Bowser's at its side. And thus Kirby fell in love with the DDD badge. He loved it forever and ever and ever. And that's that guy's name from Wind Waker, the one that goes, sploosh! Yep. That's the whole reason. So meanwhile, at Castle Skeletor, these guys are up to no good. And of course, with the Wii's power, they have lighting effects. And that area is officially fucked. I point at you! Seriously, you would think that Master Hand would be able to do something, but nope. He does things. Anyway, the ruins! So I'm gonna pick Lucas, because Lucas is a good thing, and if you couldn't tell, this is a Red and Lucas level. Part of their journey to get Red's Pokemon back. And I can't believe I didn't even mention this before. Or at least I don't think I have. But the music playing right now is my favorite Mario remix in this game. The underground theme from Super Mario Land. It unexpectedly became one of my favorites. And I just love how it just, like, breaks out into this. I just love this song, you can't even tell. And like, Super Mario Land was, like, it was the oddball of this series, I have to admit. Like, I played it. It was the oddball of the series, but I liked it. It was pretty cool for being a Mario game outside of the Mushroom Kingdom. Anyway, of course, with this being a Lucas and Red level, you can obviously choose which one you're better with. Personally, I'm going with Lucas because, for one thing, I'm better with Lucas than I am with Pokemon Trainer. I have played Lucas more. And, not that I'm bad with Squirtle or anything, it's just Lucas is better. Or at least to me. Lucas is better to me. Oh, and by the way, you want to watch out for flues, crushing deaths, and getting crushed to death. That's all I can really say about that first section. Just beware of getting crushed to death, because yes, there is the thing in the game where it's like you can die from getting crushed. Yep. Anyway, auto-scrolling section with mites, of course. Of course, these things are really small, so obviously they're a lot harder to hit. Well, if you're playing as Squirtle at this point, you should be fine with it because Squirtle's attacks can easily take out these things no problem. But if you're in Lucas's situation, I think I'd recommend using PK Thunder because Lucas's PK Thunder being slightly different from Ness's PK Thunder is kind of a good thing because Lucas's PK Thunder can be used to rack up damage rather than just being a single shot attack. So that's very good. Anyway, on this ride, you're gonna be faced with spikes. Yep, beware the spikes. Because they get very narrow, like seriously, they get seriously narrow. And what am I doing? Well, how am I getting pushed back? I think the point is that these spikes can kill me. And you can just barely avoid them like this. Seriously. It's like, they're so close to you. It's like, what? Anyway, bonus door right here that I missed in my practice run is, well, you go here, you get a bunch of stickers. And over here, you can get a heart container. So, heart containers, I don't think I've went over this yet. But heart containers, they restore 100% damage. So, thank goodness for that. In certain cases, like with Brawl's All-Star mode, which you have to unlock every character before you can even unlock it. Unlock All-Star mode, by the way. Sometimes in those cases, they can restore all of your percent back to 0. But in this case, treat it as any old heart container in Smash Brothers. They just, restore your damage to 0%. But anyway, we found a Pokemon. You know which Pokemon that is, but I'm keeping it in suspense. And because of that, I like to die as Lucas, probably, so that I can show off this new Pokemon that we got. One of Red's Pokemon that he uses in battle in this game. I say in this game because Pokemon Trainer doesn't appear in 4. Anyway, we got Ivysaur. So Ivysaur likes to use a good amount of grass-type attacks, such as his Vine Whip and such for his regular A moves. For his standard special move, he uses Bullet Seed. Sometimes he can grab opponents with his vines and then use the Bullet Seed to combo. He likes to use Bulbasaur, or Ivysaur. Ivysaur likes to use the bulb for attacks and such. Basically put, Ivysaur just likes to use vines and the bulb thingy to shoot out Stun Spore, I guess? If that's any sense. Yeah. Only thing though, his up B move is mainly used to grab on ledges, and I'm not really saying I should be a fan of that. I'm just saying I don't know if I'm a fan of that. There is one particular character we'll run into later that I do like using. Well, despite the up B move being just, grabbing on ledges. But I'm pretty good with that character, so we'll make note of that later. And these shaders. Along with Armites and Fire. Which, of course, you would think that Ivysaur would be weak against, but nope. Weakness does not apply in Smash Brothers. Nope. It just doesn't. Anyway, we got 2 heart containers. If you're wondering about the second heart container, well, I can't believe I haven't gone over this yet. I mean, this is part 7. I mean, why not at this point? So, you see that little P2 entry thing at the bottom of the screen? Believe it or not, Adventure Mode Subspace Emissary is actually multiplayer. Yes, it's multiplayer. So you can have a second player come in, and basically you can work together to beat up the guys. Just saying. Only thing that you should probably note in co-op multiplayer is, well, the camera only follows player 1, basically. So it'll be kind of hard to keep track of where player 2 is, because remember, this is Smash Brothers, and as such, you have to keep an eye on your character. And also as a result, you will often find player 2 basically trying to warp everywhere, because only player 2 and only player 2 has the ability to warp to player 1 directly. So just in case player 2 is about to die, you can just press start right away in order to warp to where player 1 is. So what I recommend you doing if you're going to do like a co-op of this game is, well, assign both yourselves a name. That way you'll have an easier time keeping track of yourself. Like, I'm using my name to keep a track of myself. That's why I always do whenever it comes to, like, Super Smash Bros. Of course, in Super Smash Bros. 4, I have to use it because that keeps my control options, but in this sort of thing, it's pretty much optional. Yeah, kind of don't like how in Smash 4, like, only your character's names are only used to, like, keep controls. That is kind of weird. But anyway, we got food here. Gee, I wonder why. We must have a pretty tough fight ahead of us. And sure enough, as soon as I say that, Charizard. Yes, apparently we have to fight Charizard. Like any old Pokemon battle, we have to beat Charizard in a Smash Brothers battle in order to successfully catch him. It's just like the games, except this is not an RPG. But anyway, I gotta say, this is a really cool stage that they gotta fight on, actually. This is really cool. I like the background. It's all ancient and stuff. Which kind of reminds me. Don't expect any of these stages to be in the regular game of Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Yeah, just don't. Yeah, it's one of those cases in which, you know, story mode thingies aren't available in the multiplayer matches, which is kind of weird. Because all these would really look like cool stages to fight on. Except, well, there is that one instance where the blast zone can get kinda, is kind of really far. In that sort of sense. Like, when you launch a character, like, really far, like that, blast zones can get kind of huge. Yeah, so your characters are often expected to survive longer than they normally would. Anyway, da-da-da, we got the best Pokemon ever, except it's not Togekiss. Oh, a thing is mysterious. Ooh. We got Master Belch from Earthbound, so that's cool. Got Cheep Cheep from New Super Mario Bros. And we got Boulder from Excite Track. Okay. Okay. That makes a lot of sense now. Anyway, we are done with this episode. So, next time on Let's Play Subspace Emissary, we are going to rejoin a certain band of swordsmen through the wilds. The wilds. Woo! Anyway, see you guys on the next time. Thank you for watching and goodbye.